Hello, guys in the back row, please move to the first row there. Please fill up the first row. Hello. Good evening, guys. Please settle down. Yeah. Welcome back, PGP2s and PGP1s for the last day of the orientation program. I also welcome all the dignitaries on the stage and a warm welcome to all the DAA awardees as well. So let us start the program with the invocation by Pranavi, Aishwarya Lakshmi, and Vaishnavi, our PGP2 students.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
Thank you. May I request the dignitaries to light the lamp? Thank you. May I request Professor Manaswini Palla, Chairperson PGP and PGP BA, to address the students.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our chief guests, our DAA awardees, and all the PGP 1s and PGP 2s. This truly is a very special day, and I should thank the rain gods for this, because this has never happened ever before, where both the batches of PGP, PGP-BA have been sitting together. So if you can see from my point of view, the massive energy that you guys evoke, it's very impressive. All right, I'll keep it short. For PGP 1s, you've seen the past 1 week. That's a trailer of what your 2 years will look like. So buckle up, put your best out there, and keep it balanced. For PGP 2s, your juniors are watching you. I am watching you, and so is the world. So be worthy seniors, which are worthy of being emulated. And I hope that you'll be able to fit in the big shoes of all the DA candidates that are sitting here. With that, I wish that we all together have a very peaceful and a very productive academic year. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. May I request Director Professor R.T. Krishnan to address the students.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Good to see all of you in this very sort of picturesque surroundings. So we are here today for a very pleasant event. We are here to welcome and felicitate our distinguished alumni award winners. We also have a number of our alums here. Welcome to all of you. Good to see all of you here with us. So today is one of those events where we are actually bringing together not only both the batches, but a lot of our alumni as well. I just thought I would use this occasion to reflect on a few small things. First of all, I'm delighted that we have two very senior executives from Accenture with us. Accenture, among all the consulting firms, is a firm that has, I think, not only ridden the waves, but has also managed to embrace technology in a very significant way. All of us might remember, way in the past, maybe even they don't think about it anymore. There was something called Anderson Consulting, which finally evolved into Accenture, and that's an old avatar. But if you look at Accenture as a technology-driven consulting firm, they've really been able to embrace the entire value chain. They've been able to really understand the technology trends very well. They've been able to display a lot of leadership, and they've made several excellent decisions in recruiting many of your seniors. So there's a whole lot of important decisions which Accenture has made, and we are delighted to have both the senior executives from Accenture with us here today. Thank you, both of you, for being with us. Turning now to our distinguished alumni award winners, I wanted to just mention a couple of things about them. I'm not going to embarrass them by talking about them too much individually, but something all of you might like to keep in mind. First of all, I'm hoping, I may not be around, but I'm hoping some years down the line, some of you guys will also be here at a similar event to get the Distinguished Alumni Award. But if you want to reach there, what do you need to do? Well, I think that's the point I wanted to just focus on, because when I looked at the bios of all our 4 awardees today, one thing that struck me was how all 4 of them were very focused. They were very committed to whatever they had decided to do. They have persevered in spite of all the challenges which are there around us. And of course, they have been excellent brand ambassadors for IIM Bangalore. Whether you look at Matthew's contribution in the investment banking and private equity space, or Sandhya's excellent contributions in the technology and innovation space, among which one of the main ones was setting up the IIT Madras Research Park, which is today recognized as perhaps the best example of industry-academia collaboration in India, or Prashant's efforts at building what is today the marquee mutual fund in India, HDFC Mutual Fund, in terms of building up the investment corpus there, and the assets under management were really grown during Prashant's tenure as the Chief Investment Officer. Or Vineet, who, in just 10 years out of campus, just imagine, this is a good target for all of you guys. Just 10 years out of campus, Vineet is here with us today to get the DAA. And that's due to his amazing focus on just figuring out how to create excellent livelihoods for people with disability. And he's put all his effort and everything into making that happen in just a decade. So just keep this in mind. I would urge you, even after this event is over, do go and read up about our 4 awardees today and try and see what you can learn from them. You're going to hear them, of course, in person as well. But see what you can take from them in terms of building your careers. While other things may change, the environment may change, things may become volatile, there may be disruption and all of that. There are certain values which will continue to be important, and I think all our 4 awardees today embody those values. So if you can try and imbibe that, you will be in good shape. So since this is also sort of the beginning of the academic year, let me welcome the PGP to 2025-27 cohort and wish you all the best in whatever you do during your 2 years here. And welcome back to the 2024-26 cohort. And I hope you had an excellent summer internship, and we are looking forward to engaging actively with you during this academic year. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir. May I request our keynote speaker, Mr. Raghu Palisetti, to say a few words to the students.
I got a few pages, but I'm not going to read from them. Good evening, everyone, especially the alumni that is sitting here, the distinguished professors here, and of course, all of the students here, the class of 27 and the class of 26. Now, I want to first begin by asking you to do one small thing. But before I tell you what that is, I want you to pause and take in a moment for this significant event in your life. And remember this one powerful truth as you do that. Nothing of significance ever happens alone. These were words spoken by Nicole Malachowski, the first woman pilot to fly the U.S. Air Force Thunderbird Squadron. Now, those words stayed with me for a very long time, because in the moment of our achievement, it is often our focus on how far we have come. It's about our talent, it's about our effort, it's about our perseverance, and yes, all of that matters. But what is more important is to remember the invisible scaffolding that held us up so far. The scaffolding that held us so far and that believed in us, the people that believed in us, the people that made sacrifices so that you are here today. So my single ask and my simple ask is, when you leave this venue today, write a short thank you note to your mother, to your father, or to that someone special who made that possible for you to be here today. Okay. That one single step of yours will probably be more meaningful to them than any gift that you can ever buy for them. So with that set aside, let's talk about the class of 27 and the class of 2026. I want to first start with a hearty congratulations. Your presence here is by no accident. Obviously, it took years of effort, sacrifice, and belief, and that needs to be celebrated. Now, at Accenture, when we look at hiring extraordinary people, we look at individuals like you. Like many of you know, we made a lot of offers last year, and we're going to make a lot of offers going forward. And the reason we do that, the reason we look for people like you, is because we believe that many of you exhibit that one single quality that we have found to be the most powerful predictor of success. And that quality is called grit. So many of you may have heard a very popular psychologist and a TED speaker. Her name is Angela Duckworth. She defines grit as passion and perseverance for long-term goals. So it's not just about your talent. It's not just about your IQ. It is about staying the full course and having the stamina and the ability to stay the full course. We believe that you have that. Okay. Now, as you savor this moment, I want you to remember that you possess that grit, and that grit is part of your story. Because as you move forward in life, and when life will test you, and I can guarantee you, given all of the years of experience that we have here, that life will test you many, many times. When life will test you, remember that you have this strength, and this strength will carry you forward. Okay? So grit is an important quality and something that everybody has to carry forward if you have that in you. And that's a sure shot predictor for success. Now look around all of you. Okay? You are sitting in a campus which is probably one of the most competitive campuses on the country, one of the most intellectually vibrant campuses. It produced great leaders, some of them we're going to award this evening. It produces CEOs, it produces corporate leaders, political leaders, change makers, policy makers, and you're part of that. You're probably going to be one of them in the future. So your starting point is not the same as the starting point for everybody else. Your starting point is a tremendous launch pad, and this launch pad, I would say, has been earned by all of you. So give yourself a big round of applause for doing that. Now, you've reached this point, so your parents are obviously very happy. Your friends, some of them may be a bit jealous, right? And your neighbors and relatives, I'm sure they stopped asking or stopped bothering you asking, what is it that you do in your life? Okay. So now, with that set aside and enjoying that moment, I want to talk about the next 2 years that you will have here. And I'm sure I will not know as much as some of the alumni that are sitting here would know. But I want to just talk about two things when it comes to the next 2 years. The next 2 years is going to test you, stretch you, shape you in ways that you would not have imagined so far. You will create friendships, you will have mentors, all of whom will help open doors for you that you did not imagine that you possess. With all of the relationships that you build here and the foundation that you build here, that's going to hold you strong as you get into the professional journey and then as you carry forward in that journey. Now, while you are transforming yourself here, remember that the world is transforming at an even faster pace, right? So, your transformation, when you graduate from here, 1 year from now for class of 26, 2 years from now for class of 27, the landscape that you're going to step into is going to be very different from the landscape that it is today. So in a world that is changing as fast, in a world that has AI and generative AI, which are forces of reinvention, in a world that is changing so fast, how do you define your path going forward? That, I think, is a very critical question that everybody is thinking of now. Certainly, people of your age should be thinking about. I have 2 daughters. My older one is 27. She's in private equity. My younger one, and she hires the C-level, so I think she is probably a little safe from generative AI because you're not going to hire a C-level person using a robo or a chatbot in the near future, at least. My younger one is probably your age, and she's just getting into the corporate world. So this advice is for as much for her as it is for all of you. What do you do in a world? How do you plan your path forward when the world is changing so much? Now, when I think of this, I think of the words that I heard from Jeff Bezos once. He said, many people ask me, what is going to change in the next 10 years? But the more important question is, what is not going to change? For Jeff and for his business, what is not going to change is the customer needs, right? You need fast delivery, you need low cost, and you need great service. So he would provide all of that, and that would not change despite the technologies. When it comes to careers, based on my 30 years of experience, I realize that there are some things that do not change. There are some things that guarantee success despite the world changing around you. Okay. I want to talk about those things today. I call them my 5 constants. And depending on how risky it is for us to face rain today, I'll see if I can go really fast on that one. Okay. Now, my 5 constants. The first one starts with being a learner. Let curiosity be your compass. Now, all of us come in with a set of knowledge that is out there. But we know that the world is changing so fast. So how do you change your attitude towards what is changing outside? I've heard a very famous Vietnamese American author, professor, and an English speaker. In one of the interviews in Oprah, he said when he came into the US as an immigrant, as a child, his mom would drop him at the library, and then she would tell him, read everything, especially what you don't understand. Move towards the unknown. Embrace the unknown. Do not fear not knowing what's ahead. And he says the first step in gaining knowledge is to be aware that you are not familiar with something. In my own career, I've been working for the last 33 years, and I've done lots of different roles. But when I look back, there are at least 5 different roles that I did, which I think are distinctly different and required skills that I did not possess at that time. And the only thing that kept me going, I believe now, in hindsight, of course, is that my willingness to learn on each of those roles has been stronger than the uncertainty of what I did not know there. So that's my first ask of you. The second one, so when you do that one, okay, you will be the one who is able to figure out things even when you do not know what the solution should look like when you start. That builds a brand for you. As consultants, the most important thing is to build a brand, and that is my second constant. You build your brand deliberately and intentionally. Now, as consultants, your clients are not going to buy solutions that you sell from your company. The clients are going to buy your credibility. And your credibility comes from your brand. That's the starting point. Now, your brand is not your degree. Your brand is not your title. Your brand is what they believe you are. What is the expertise you bring? What is your strength? How dependable are you? How can they trust you? And what can they trust you to solve their problems? Okay. So building brand is the second most important thing and a constant in my mind. Now, as you build your brand, you tend to become a little bit more powerful because you see the brands outside, whether it is individuals, the influencers that we call on social media, or whether it is the product brands that you see, or whether it is the companies that you see. You have the brand, you have the power. That brings me to the third constant. What do you do when you have power? What do you do when you have power? My ask and my constant there is use the power to influence change. Now, there is a Sri Lankan immigrant. He came with his dad to Canada. Some of you may know him, especially the ones in financial services would know him, because he started something called special purpose vehicles to do private equity acquisitions. He's been hugely successful. Of course, after that whole model failed. But he said once in one of the interviews that I want to make a lot of money because with money, I can influence policy. And with policy, I want to influence social change. So for him, the vehicle was money. For many of others who may or may not be as rich as him, our vehicle should be the power that all of you will eventually get. Even today, I believe that you are in a privileged place. You have more power than millions of people outside. How do you use that power to influence change? That's the one that I have on the third one. Okay. The fourth one I have, and I touched upon it partly. Some of you may have read the book that's called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. How many of you read that? No? Okay. I haven't read it myself. Yeah. But I read the title, and I believe that I do not believe the title. Therefore, I didn't read the book. I believe that what got you here can also get you there, provided you have some enduring qualities. And if you demonstrate and exhibit the same kind of qualities in the future, you can still get there. We already spoke about two of them. Being a learner, to have the grit. I want to touch upon just one or two of them, two more of them. The first one is belief. Belief is something that comes with either being prepared or being very experienced. I'll first start with an anecdote and then I'll close it. Virat Kohli, in one of the one-day matches, when India was chasing 320 plus against Australia, and India lost a few wickets in the beginning, he kept attacking. At the end, he made the century, India won the match, and during the award ceremony, somebody asked him, why did you continue to play an attacking game when India was losing so many wickets? He said, I had to remember the style of cricket that brought me to this level. And I thought that I have to continue playing at that level or continue playing that style of game to win. So that is belief. The belief that no matter what the problem is, no matter if you know the process to solve the problem, and no matter if you know the solution or not, you believe that you can find the solution because you had encountered a situation like this in the past. Maybe a different problem, but a problem for which at that point you didn't know the process, you didn't know the solution, but you found the answer out. So that, to me, is belief. Yeah, that's one of the enduring qualities in addition to grit and being a learner. The next one I want to mention here is absolute obsession to quality. Now here I'm sure if I ask this question, there may be 50-50 split. If I ask you, are you a time to market person, as in, do you believe in delivering something on time? Or are you a quality to market person? Do you believe in delivering only when you meet the quality? Now, there could be people on both sides. I give an example of Microsoft and Apple. I know most of you are very young here, but the people on the right, some of the award is here, and people sitting here, a few of them, are my age. So when Microsoft used to launch products 20 years ago, they would get their product right in version 3 or version 4. All of us used to live with their bugs. The first release would come, there would be bugs, they'll fix them in the next iteration and in the next iteration. Whereas Apple, they would release their product first time right in the market. Both made tons of money. But what is going to be your brand? I think even though both made tons of money, one made tons of money by bringing the best product to the market and right the first time. Other made products that became right after version 3. I think both believed in high sense of quality. Microsoft obsessively iterated their products to make sure that they're higher quality. Apple started with a high quality product. Now you can choose which path to take. Now if you ask me what is my brand, what would people say, what is Raghu's brand? There may be some good things, there may be some bad things, but they will certainly say one thing, that if something comes out of me, it has to be at a high quality, even if it is going to get delayed. So there could be some pain in terms of being delayed, but it will certainly be of high quality. You can choose your path, but never lose your goal that you have to get something out that is of high quality. The next enduring quality that I want to mention before I move to the next constant is your network. Everybody tells you your network is your net worth, right? Of course, I don't have any better words to say than that. But do not think of network just as a support structure. It is a growth engine for sure, but it is also an engine that you give and take. That you are equally a growth engine for somebody else when they are looking at you as part of their network. Okay? Now, with that, I want to move to my final constant, which is a moral compass. Everybody should have a moral compass. Right? Everybody thinks that they have one. Okay? But what is the moral compass? A moral compass is when there are no rules, there is a direction in your mind that shows you the right path. Okay? When there are no rules, there's a direction in your mind that shows you the right path. Now, this is often misunderstood. Sometimes it's easy to take an easy decision, but to take the decision that your conscience tells you is right is the important one. Okay? With moral compass, you will not always get things right, but when you get something wrong, your moral compass will tell you what that is. Okay? And the last, with that, of course, those are my 5 constants. With that, I want to close with one particular thought, which is to perfect your joy and to become the person that you enjoy being with. And what do you mean by perfect your joy? My office is on the 7th floor in Hyderabad. So I have a window, I can look up. It's one of those corners where there is a lake on the right side. When I look through my window, I can see the Microsoft buildings. I'm sure there are thousands of students, thousands of people working there, making tons of money. Behind Microsoft is the Indian School of Business. Again, hundreds of students there with aspirations similar to yours. I look down from the window. We have a big intersection there. More 4-wheelers than 2-wheelers. That's the part of the city. And I see a lot of people moving. So there's so much in motion. People, vehicles, ambition in motion. And I sometimes stand there and wonder how many of them are living their dream. Okay? Maybe some of them are. You are certainly living your dream here, I would believe. Because few years ago, this movement, this place, this identity is what you dreamed of. So you are at that moment, so savor that moment. And the time that you spend here to become a professional, also use the time to become a human being that you enjoy being with. Some of you may have heard Sadhguru say a very interesting word or sentence. He said, if you feel lonely when you are alone, then you're not in good company. So become the person that you enjoy their company. Okay? With that, class of 27 and class of 26, congratulations again. I hope great success for you. And I'm waiting to see what you will do outside for yourself, for your community, for your country, for humanity at large. And may the world be a better place because of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those inspiring words. May I request Professor Mukta Kulkarni, Dean Programs, to address the students.
Hey, what a lukewarm applause. Come on. Good, good. So first of all, a very warm hello to PGP2s who are still struggling and coming to my classes. And a very warm welcome to PGP1s. I'm very sorry I could not be with you on Tuesday. I was supposed to come talk about the institution, and Professor Mukherjee substituted on my behalf. So I'm very happy to see you. I will take a leaf off of whatever Professor Krishnan was saying earlier, Director Professor Krishnan, and Mr. Raghu Polisetti, our keynote speaker. The other thing that I think adds to what they were saying, if you want to see yourself in the shoes of the very successful alumni that we are shortly going to present to you, the one thing that you also need to focus on is opportunities. There are going to be multiple opportunities presented to you in your 2 years here in this institution, but opportunities mean nothing if you do not make use of them. So you really have to be careful where you're spending your time, what opportunities you're utilizing, and importantly, what opportunities you are going to create for yourselves. And that is going to be very important in terms of your success and what you do here. It's not just what you're going to do in the classroom, what you're going to get from your faculty members, but it's also what you're going to get from each other. So you have to be a role model, not just for yourselves, but for people around you, because we decide what our environment is going to look like just by being good, positive people. On that note, I'm going to take leave. I'm going to hand you over to Professor Saurav Mukherjee, Dean of Alumni Affairs and Development. And for the 2 sections that I'm going to see tomorrow morning in the classroom, read the cases. Good.
So, distinguished guests, my faculty colleagues, our beloved alumni and beloved students, it's my honor to announce the recipients of IIM Bangalore's Distinguished Alumni Award 2025. This award was started in 2007, and every year we give this award to alumni in recognition of their achievements of exceptional merit and excellence in the chosen field of endeavors, be it in the industry, management, entrepreneurship, research, academia, or social service. Each of the awardees receive a citation, and his or her name, as you would have seen, is engraved on the wall of fame of the institute at our reception. So I will announce the name of the 4 recipients, and then I will invite each of them individually who will receive the award from Director Professor Krishnan, and they will have a speech for you. So the 4, our distinguished alumni this year are Madam Sandhya Shekhar, who is PGP 1984, Mr. Prashant Jain, PGP 1991, Mr. Matthew Seriak, PGP 1994, and Mr. Vineet Saraiwala, PGP 2015. They are all sitting in front. You will be hearing them first. Now, to start the formal awarding, let me read out what about Madam Sandhya Shekhar, and then I will invite her on the stage to receive the award. Madam Sandhya Shekhar currently works with the industry, academia, and startups in building innovation ecosystems. She is at present an advisor and strategy consultant to several corporates in the area of business strategy and digital transformation. She serves as an independent director on various boards such as Uno Minda Limited, MI Torica, Minda Onkyo, and UCAL Limited. As you had heard before, she was the first CEO of IIT Madras Research Park, which was also the first university research park in the country. Before that, she was Director Asia Pacific in consulting of Gartner Inc., Head of Knowledge Management in the Aptech Group, and Group Consultant in NIIT. Sandhya, as it is obvious, is an alumna of IIM Bangalore and IIT Madras, and is an university rank holder in her undergraduation. She earned her doctorate from IIT Madras with a dissertation winning Global Award for Outstanding Doctoral Research from EFMD in Europe and Emerald. She is a recipient of several awards, including the ones such as Outstanding Women Achiever during the International Women's Day. She is also an author of several books, papers, and articles. Her co-authored book on knowledge management was the first book in India on the subject, and later on, her book, Managing the Reality of Virtual Organization, was published by Springer and received worldwide acclaim. As a TEDx speaker, she is frequently invited to speak at international and national conferences and forums. I invite Sandhya on the stage to receive her award from Director and then deliver her acceptance speech. We also have Mr. Ganesh to hand over the DAA award.
Good evening. Congratulations to all of you for being a part of one of the finest institutions in the world. And many congratulations to my amazing fellow awardees. When Utanka contacted me some time back to seek my consent to process my nomination, I pointed out to him that I'm as old as a dinosaur. I mean, young Vineet here was not even born when I graduated. But Utanka's persuasion skills are legendary, and indeed, it's such a great honor to receive an award from one's alma mater. I am truly grateful to all those who considered me worthy of the same, the director, the selection committee, the numerous people who have been so generous with their testimonials. But most of all, my batchmates of PGP 82-84, each one of who is way smarter than I. It's just that some of them conspired to make me look good. So it is to this entire batch that this award really belongs to. Many of them are here, so ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big hand. I made it to IMB primarily on account of three people. My mother, the quintessential karma yogi, my father, my hero, friend, philosopher, and guide, and one of my dear uncles who threatened me with dire consequences if I didn't write the CAT exam, at a time when the only cat I knew was the one on four legs. I'm also grateful to many others who've been a part of my journey, my supportive family, my husband and nephew are here, our amazing professors from IMB. Sadly, many of them are not there with us today, other teachers, some of the smartest minds from around the world who have been fortunate to interact with, exemplary mentors, great colleagues and friends. Somehow, right from the beginning of my professional life, I've had this uncanny ability to be thrown unceremoniously into the deep end of the pool by being asked to lead initiatives that were in uncharted territories. So we fumbled, we fell, we finally figured, and in the process provided a fair amount of entertainment to the onlookers. It has been an exhilarating journey, but also extremely arduous in some parts. What made it so arduous is what I wish to share with you over the next couple of minutes. No, it was not the complexity of the problems or the magnitude of the work. It was just that I chose to carry the rather heavy baggage of middle-class values all along. And trust me, that's not been easy, and very often at a huge personal price. So what prompted me to do that, besides the non-negotiable values that were dinned into my head by my parents, it was a conversation that Dr. Gopal Valecha, a dear professor of OB, had with me for over 1 hour, discussing one line in my assignment on what I aspired to be. With all the ignorance of a 19-year-old, I had pompously said that I wished to be a useful cog in the wheel without compromising on my values. So with a twinkle in his eye, he said, "Good luck to you, but remember, I will be watching you all along." So, Professor Valecha, you gave me a decent grade back then. I hope today you give me a pass grade for my journey. But what gave me the strength to deal with the consequences of this choice? It was the unconditional support of some of my mentors and role models. I'd specifically like to name two of them. Professor M.S. Anant, former director of IIT Madras and the chairman of the research park when I was the CEO. Mr. B. Muthuraman, former MD and vice chairman of Tata Steel, who led by example. I shall forever be indebted to them. Were the trials and tribulations worth it? Definitely, because I don't think I can begin to quantify the deep satisfaction and happiness you get when you achieve your objectives with your head held high. And when your own alma mater recognizes that, you feel it's been worth the journey. So friends, that is the single message that I'd like to leave with all of you today. Because the moment you step out of this beautiful campus, you're going to be confronted by ethical challenges big and small. They'll creep up to you in ways that you never anticipated. The pressure to take shortcuts to meet deadlines, the urge to look the other way when somebody is doing something unethical, because it's so much easier not to make it your business, the pressure to protect your personal progression by supporting a boss or people in power on issues that may not be aligned to your values are all issues that you may grapple with. It is here that I would urge you to ensure that ethics and values are not compromised. You're probably thinking this is some boring, idealistic advice from an old woman. But trust me, I believe this could be your greatest competitive advantage. I think organizations the world over that are worth their salt are looking for people of impeccable integrity, especially for their top leadership. And I believe this is in short supply. So IMB is not just the place where you'll get great academic inputs. It is also one of the best places where you can discover your inner strengths and moral compass, as Raghu so rightly put it. Yeah? And this is a combination that can be your passport to a journey that is not just successful, but deeply satisfying. So go for it, my friends. Make IMB proud by sending a message, a strong message to the world that it's cool to be ethical. Happy journey and wish you all the very best. And finally, I'd like to dedicate this award to my mother as a humble gift to her on her 90th birthday. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Sandhya, for that wonderful speech. Our next award winner is Mr. Prashant Jain, who was the Chief Investment Officer at HDFC Mutual Fund, a leading mutual fund of India from 2004 to 2022. During his tenure in HDFC Mutual Fund's assets grew from approximately 3,000 crores to 4,40,000 crores. I hope I'm getting the zeros right. Prashant holds the distinction of being the only fund manager in India and one of the few, probably globally, to have continuously managed a scheme for over 28 years. This fund, namely HDFC Balance Advantage Fund, a hybrid of equity and debt funds, delivered a CAGR of 17.9% between Jan 94 to July 2022, as against a Sensex CAGR of 9.6% in this period. Well, that's almost a finance lesson starting. Apart from being the most awarded fund manager in India, he has also the distinction of being the first fund manager to have managed 1 lakh crore of equity funds. Prashant completed his PGDM from IIM Bangalore in 1991, before which he had obtained a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from IIT Kanpur. He is also a recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award from IIT Kanpur, so they got it before us. Prashant had worked with SBI Mutual Funds as well as Zurich India Mutual Fund in different capacities. He moved to HDFC Mutual Fund subsequent to takeover of Zurich India by HDFC. At present, he, Ashwini Kumar and Sharat Monat is running this organization called 3P Investment Managers, which was founded in 2022. And it's a firm focused on long-term investing. It manages approximately 17,500 crores for nearly 1,000 families. I invite Mr. Prashant Jain on the stage to receive his award from Director and Mr. Ganesh Ramachandran.
Good evening. I am good at Excel sheets and terrible at words, and I'm not a good speaker at all. And Sandhya, you did a absolutely fabulous job, so I hope the average will turn out to be all right. So it's a real pleasure being here, and when I was here, the campus was not even 5% as green. So every time I come here, I feel really good, and I feel the institute is progressing in every manner possible, and it's really wonderful to be here every time. I'm extremely privileged and honored to receive this very prestigious award. I'm not sure I deserve it, but thanks to the persistence of some of my batchmates, notably Alok, who I think put in a lot of effort behind this. So I'm really grateful to him. I am grateful to the institute and to the committee for having considered me worthy of this award. Napoleon once said that some people are born great, some achieve greatness through hard work, and greatness is thrust upon the rest. I genuinely believe I belong to the third category, and let me take a few minutes to explain why I say this. So I am straight from IIT. Those days you could just walk into IIMs and work experience was not so important as it is now. So when I walked in, I had no clue about finance, marketing, HR, and I went straight to a mutual fund. And the 2 years of education that I got here, and when I walked out, I felt absolutely at home working in a completely different environment. So my deep gratitude to what this institute has given me. We had some wonderful professors there. I remember almost all of them. I am sure you have equally good professors today. So without the knowledge that one got here, I don't think I could have made the transition from an engineer to a career in finance. The second reason why I did well was because my timing turned out to be good. So timing is extremely important in life. And I joined financial services around the time when India was just opening up. And I joined an industry in its infancy. And I've realized that if we are fortunate to join an industry in its infancy, and if the industry grows, your career does exceedingly well. And as if this was not enough, the business of Zurich was sold to HDFC, the premier brand of the country. And that did exceedingly well because of the power of the brand. And that scale, what we achieved, was largely due to the growth of mutual funds, growth of the country, and the power of HDFC brand. I think my only contribution in this whole success was 2 or 3 things. One, I have always emphasized learning over money. So when I joined SBI Caps, it was a day one company, no doubt, but one could have got 2-3x the money in some other organizations. But I thought that this job promised a lot more learning. And I feel learning is like your balance sheet. So when you study finance, there is a P&L, profit and loss, and there is a balance sheet. And I feel that we should emphasize balance sheet a lot more than P&L. If your balance sheet is strong, if your skills are good, if your learning is good, in the end, money will come. And you will make far more money than what you would make otherwise. So that is one thing which I have always emphasized, and I would encourage you to also consider this. The second thing is, as Sandhya already said, that all of us have faced many challenges along the way. There were many years where the performance was extremely weak, but when the other side of adversity is opportunity. So you are able to stand apart, you are able to distinguish yourself when in adverse times you do well. So that needs clear thinking, tolerance, patience for, a lot of, a lot of acceptance of pain or ability to bear pain. And in the end, if you persist, if you come through difficult times, then you stand out and it adds to your value. So I had 2-3 defining moments in my career, like the 2000 internet boom when the stocks were very expensive. And I thought long term and I sold out of them, and something similar happened pre-Lehman. So the message here is that do what you believe in, do what you think is right. And there will be difficult times, but if you are right, in the end, it will pay back for itself. Your decisions will pay back far more than the pain that you encounter. So in the end, I would also like to thank. This journey would not have been possible without the values that my parents gave me. And like Sandhya, I am also from a middle class background. And Warren Buffett has said that in the end, you get the reputation you deserve. So stand up for your values. And I think it is a wrong notion to say that shortcuts make your life easier, they'll pay you more. No. I have experienced time and again, in my case, in many other cases, that hard work, integrity will bear you far more fruits over the long term than anything else, than the shortcuts. So I thank my parents. I thank all my teachers right from my childhood days till the time I was at IIM, because teachers, we owe a lot to them and we are forever indebted to them. I also thank my colleagues, batchmates, friends, my family, my wife Divya, who is here, and she has made tremendous sacrifices, because to do well you need to put in a lot of hours. So I thank her, and I thank all of you for being here, and thank you, sir, for this wonderful opportunity and award. Thank you so much.
Our next award winner tonight is Mr. Matthew Syriac. He is the chairman and PE chairman at the private equity firm Florentry Advisors and co-founder at deep tech fund Yali Capital, which has been recognized for many firsts. A mechanical engineer from College of Guindy, Matthew worked at Tata Motors before joining the world of finance with Bank of America, and then moving to Donaldson, Lufkin, and Genvit. He held key roles at Credit Suisse in Los Angeles, California, and Quintus Igate Fremont, California, before returning to India to join Blackstone. Matthew was the founding member and PE co-head of Blackstone India between 2006 and 2017, where he pioneered control-oriented investing, which implies acquiring majority stakes in a portfolio company to drive operational turnaround, which is now a key strategy in many Indian PE firms. His leadership transformed organizations such as Gokuldas Export, MTR Technologies, CMS Infosystems, and Data Patterns. Beyond finance, Matthew's focus lies in his commitment to inclusive growth. Under his stewardship, organizations like Gokuldas Export employs over 45,000 women, providing them sustainable livelihood that uplift communities. He has funded several other causes such as trauma care at CMC Vellore and supporting EKM Foundation's work in improving child health and educational outcomes. Matthew has also been a gold medalist at IIM Bangalore, which means that his name will feature twice out there. Matthew's bond with IIM Bangalore is profound, from mentoring students as a corporate finance guest faculty, to investing in ventures founded by IIM Bangalore alumni, to hiring IIM Bangalore talent, both as CXOs in Florentry and his portfolio companies. The life-changing experience which he talks about regarding at IIMB inspired him to invest in the growth of the institute by establishing the Tony James Center for Private Equity and Venture Capital that fosters academic industry synergy through scholarships, research, and faculty chairs. I invite Mr. Syriac on the stage to receive his award from the director and Mr. Ganeshan.
Good evening. First of all, it's a great privilege to receive the award from my classmate Ganeshan. And also, I want to really congratulate the PGP1 who has made it to IIM Bangalore, or IIMB, or I always call it IIM Best. You know, a lot of other institutes can talk about we are number one and number two, but nobody can claim they have a better campus or a more beautiful campus than ours. So when I look back at my career, I think I can honestly say 99% of what I have achieved happened because of IIMB. I know we have spoken about a lot of things, so I had a I thought about a lot of points, but I think a lot of it has been covered. But I will just make 3 big changes that happened to me, and it has some impact on your life, particularly while you are here. So let me spend a few minutes on how IMB really transformed my life. I came into IMB in 1992 when, the goal at that point in time for me was to specialize in marketing and probably take a general management job. Obviously, India was a very different economy then. Economy was opening up. Financial sector was reforming. And literally the first course I took, which is the basic course in accounting, taught by a very charismatic professor, Professor Sundararajan, really changed my outlook on the subject that I should study at IMB. Professor Sundararajan, as some of the older generation here would know, was almost a magician, a absolute performer in the class. He made a boring subject like accounting a great, almost a fun subject through his very, very humorous anecdotes and real-life examples. In a very quick period of 3 months, I switched from a marketing major into a finance major. Combined with some of the other professors, really built the passion for finance in me. That is the biggest transformation, number 1. Number 2, at that point in time, Professor K.R.S. Murthy, who was a director, started bringing in both academicians and professionals, particularly from Western markets and from the US. And one of the guest faculty who he brought was a gentleman called George Verghese. George was a very top-class investment banker in New York. At the age of 39, he said, I want to give this up and come to India and teach. He's an Indian, but grew up pretty much in the US. So the course was called, I think, Mergers and Acquisitions and Strategic Finance, which basically covered both M&A and private equity. So I got a very, very early head start and exposure to those topics. And not only that, 2 years later, I left IIM Bangalore, joined Bank of America, and 2 years later, one evening, I get a call from George saying that I'm setting up this office of DLJ, Donaldson, Lufkin & Jenrette, a large US private equity firm and an investment bank, and would you like to join? Because he knew me and he said, I'd interviewed 20 people, you look like probably better than all of them, so why don't you join? So I joined George as a number 2 person in the private equity office very early on. That was the biggest trigger and the biggest break in my career. Number 3, like some of you sitting here, I also came into IMB with a lot of nervousness, a lot of self-doubt. Obviously it is even more tougher to get into IIM those days because, seats were very less. So I was kind of thinking there are all these super smart people. How do I do I belong here? Would I be able to perform? But over a quick period of time, through the friendship and camaraderie that I built up with my classmate, particularly my G-top, my hostel floor, and the academic performance, all of that, I kind of left IMB with such self-confidence, which has always been a driving force behind my career, right? So now, all of this is great, but what does this mean for you as PGP students, both PGP 1 and PGP 2? When people talk about success and all of that, I kind of get reminded by Warren Buffett, which Prashant also quoted. Warren Buffett said, to be successful, you have to be happy. And the cornerstone of happiness is finding a job or an area of work that you really enjoy, right? So I really encourage the 2 years you spend here through your academic, counselors, professors, whatever club activities. Can you find yourself what you're good at, what you really like? And if you can come to the conclusion that this is an area I want to work, this is an area that I would like to further my career, making that decision would be a very, very important thing, right? That's number 1. Number 2, you come here to learn. IMB is a very rigorous academic institution, right? You have to do your tests, you have to do your projects, you have to get your grade. All of that is great. But once you go out, the world as such is becoming more unpredictable, more dynamic. So I think one of the great skills that you need to get is, as much as, kind of learning about it and writing all the right answers, ability to ask the right questions, pose the right question, right? Because as you kind of get into your 30, 35 years of your career ahead, the world will change so many times. And if you have the ability to ask the right question, that's what will help you adapt to what how things kind of develop going forward. Third, your time at IMB is the most valuable thing. It is more than money, right? So use it very, very judiciously. Use it to almost compound during the time here. What do I mean by that? There is a lot to do here, and be a very active player. Don't be a passive player, because what happens quite often, you may have some discomfort, you kind of, draw into your own shell, so don't let that happen. You, in the first few days, make some friendships so that as a group, you are in a position to take advantage of all what IMB has to offer. Because while many other resources are infinite, your 2 years at IMB is very finite, and don't lose that. Make yourself enough support systems, because this is not easy, because you have a large class, there are super performers, there are great people, so some of you may kind of go into your own shell, so don't let that happen. Have a group of people together, or whichever way you build your support system, so that you can take full advantage of the opportunity here. And the fourth thing is, if you haven't already found a mentor, please find a mentor. Because in your long 30, 35 years of career, mentorship is critical, and getting somebody who is kind of committed to you and invested in you is very, very important. I was a commencement speaker for a similar session in 2017, and I kind of spoke mostly about that. So there is a YouTube video, and I genuinely, passionately believe in it, because I have definitely benefited from my mentorship from George, who is the professor, and then subsequently my boss. So I think it is a very, very important thing to keep in mind, and it's almost like you had to do it yesterday, right? I will close my kind of words with one other thing, which is again something that I picked up of late. You all know about compounding, right? When you have money, you put money at a certain predictable interest rate, it compounds fast, and if you keep it long enough, it becomes a sizable investment. So there is this very successful New York hedge fund manager called Bill Ackman, who has, till he got into a really tough spot, he has only learned or earned successes, and he has only experienced successes, but he got into a very tough situation. And I was reading or listening to an interview of his where he said what helped him get out of that is taking small steps and repeatedly taking those small steps to come out of a big problem, right? You don't necessarily need to face a disastrous situation, but having a self-improvement plan, which is a daily plan, which helps you incrementally improve every day and kind of focus it for the long 35 years will definitely help you, get to a better place every day than the previous day. Now, let me conclude by thanking, IMB, the director and the committee who selected me, and Professor Shainesh, who actually, who's a classmate of mine and, was a previous dean. Professor Shainesh nominated me. And I would like to thank all of them, including the Alumni Association, etc. And I want to dedicate this award to my father, who is no more. Today being a Father's Day is an appropriate day to do that. And also I want to dedicate this to my mother and my two brothers, and my family is here as well. And thank you once more.
Our next award winner, and as you had heard before, possibly the youngest award winner so far is Vinit Saraiwala. Vinit is the founder and CEO of Atypical Advantage, India's largest livelihood platform for persons with disabilities. The platform today supports over 30,000 individuals with disabilities and partners with 400 plus corporates across India. It has enabled more than 5,000 dignified livelihood opportunities for them. Vinit's work has significantly influenced corporate India's approach towards disability inclusion as a business imperative. He has opened meaningful job opportunities for persons with disabilities across sectors, including FMCG, semiconductors, automobile, IT, and other manufacturing industries. Beyond employment, he has partnered with several NGOs as well as state and union government bodies to drive sensitization workshop and skill development programs. Thus, he has contributed to systemic changes in workplace accessibility and inclusive practices. After completing his MBA from IIM Bangalore, Vinith had joined Big Bazaar, where he led the firm's initiative to make shopping accessible and facilitated the hiring of 500 plus persons with disabilities across the stores. His pioneering work has been recognized nationally and internationally. In 2024, Atypical Advantage received both the National Startup Award for Social Impact and the National Award for Best Placement Organization presented by the President of India. His impactful pitch on Shark Tank India was widely credited for mainstreaming inclusion across the nation. When he is not working on solving this massive social challenge, Vinith can be found trekking, cycling, or running. He has cycled over 5,000 kilometers on his favorite tandem bike and also completed more than 9 half marathons. I invite Vinith on the stage to receive his award. Congratulations, Vinith. You are very close to the lectern.
Where's the mic? This is the mic here. It's already a lucky day, right? Rain did not interrupt any of the speeches. I was thinking that probably, a time would come when we'll shift, and I'll be quick. I think, first of all, it would have been tough for the selection committee because Prof. Rishi was also telling that, this was one of the youngest. As such, I actually still think that, I might need to do much more. This is just the beginning, but it provides me enough motivation. And it's very, very fresh because 10 years back, I was at the campus. I was remembering my first day. And on the first day, what I did was practicing from dorm room to the classroom because I was visually impaired, and how could I go? And I was just practicing that on the first day. While I was coming, I remember so many of these pillars because some of them I have got hit. But I've learned a lot from that experience. But before that, I have my teachers who helped us to probably be here. There are like 3 teachers from Bangalore who taught blind people like me to probably, get into this institute. 2 of them, Vani ma'am and Mamta ma'am, are here. And I think if they would have not taught me, I'm not sure I honestly would be here. And I think it's credit to both of them and so many teachers who thought that, even people with visual impairment could get into the campus. I think I'm really thankful to both of them. They are probably here wherever they are here. I'm like, my family, my entire family is there. Probably I can't see them, so they can shout. I hope Prof is fine with that. So this is my entire family. And my brother, who is also visually impaired and an investment banker, we both actually entered the campus together. My parents, I always tell this, my parents had only one condition that, wherever both of your brothers are together. So we had multiple IM calls. Luckily, we got together here. So that was our decision point to be in the campus. And let me tell you, when especially, people with disabilities get into the campus, so many of you would think that why should I, help that one blind person in the campus? It happens, why should I have, you would see that recently there was the first person on the autism spectrum to be at IIM Bangalore. And professors would also wonder that, we are providing additional facilities, screen reader support, so many of these extras you're doing for that one blind person who enters the campus. Trust me, it's not about that one blind person. What this institute is trying to do is foster in that imagination that millions of people with disabilities can strive at the best institution like IIM Bangalore. So it's not about that one person. When you provide these facilities, and trust me, I can tell you, I know so many of these institutions, and I'm very, very proud to tell you that in terms of disability inclusion, IIM Bangalore is one of the finest in terms of the facilities across the world. Obviously, there are points of improvement, but this is the best which is there in India yet. And I'm very sure it will prosper and grow because it's not, again, about that one person. Imagine you are giving hope to millions of people across this country. So, and what better day to take this. My mother is there, father is there, and so many of the societies who thought that, why is this family trying to educate to people with visual disability, right? The campus fees has also gone higher. And so many of them thought otherwise. But that is where probably, the campus also helped. And I still remember, I always tell that limitations doesn't only lies in our mind. I always, when I entered the first day, again, as Matthew Siriak also pointed out, it could be intimidating with some of the best people in the room. I was also very intimidated. And it was always about proving to the world, right? Like, hey, this blind person cannot do this thing. Like, for example, I deliberately started cycling and running, not because I wanted to, but because I wanted to prove to the point that, hey, this blind person can run, cycle, trek, graduate from one of the best institutions in the country. But what I've realized in my life, I still feel that I'm only 35, still not learned my lessons. But what I've learned in those 10 years is it's not about proving to the world, because how many times would you prove to the world, right? Like, I've done so many of these things which was only about proving to the world. Like, look, you can study, so you entered a good institution. You can cycle, run. So many of these things are there. But I think start doing things for yourself on what you genuinely love. The lens would only change when you probably flip that from proving to the world, because you now are into IIM Bangalore, right? One of the best institutions. You are beyond proving to the world, right? So go ahead, take problems and try to solve that. In fact, I'd come on with an agenda here, telling people that, hey, I'll always tell everybody to switch to the social sector. But no, actually, I want to just tell you that you are one of the brightest in the country. When you have made money, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line, beyond like whatever is your number, when you have made that money, please think of devoting some of this time to India, because no one else other than some of the finest minds like you would solve the problem of India. And I'm very sure some of our finest minds need to also, beyond solving on how to get groceries in 10 minutes, solve some of the toughest social problems. I think giving money is easy, but please consider your time. The nation needs your ideas, your thoughts on solving some of these complex social problems. And my entire Atypical Advantage team is there. My ex-boss is here. My mentors are there. My entire family is overwhelmed with this. And this provides me enough motivation to do much more for the society. And just wanted to summarize quickly. Take a problem which you know you'll not be able to solve within your lifetime, which is a tough and a complex problem. And I know your rational mind will think that, hey, you'll not be able to solve this problem, be it of hunger, be it of malnutrition, be it of education. But take that problem, you know why? Because it's worth solving for. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for this honor. I'm really overwhelmed. And again, thanks to my teachers, parents, mentors who shaped me, on whom I'm really lucky to get this in such a quick time. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we come to the presentation of DML, DHL, and Section Topper Awards. DML are the students who have scored the top 5%, and DHL are the next 5% of the batch. I request all the award winners to come near the podium. I request Professor R.T. Krishnan to give the awards. Akshita Kabra, DML awardee winner. Akshita Kabra. Aman Jain. Ananya Veeraraghavan. Aryan. Avni Ankur Jain. Bharat Munra. Devjit Banerjee, DML, Section Topper for Section H, Term 1, 2, and 3. Dwit Jain Mehta, DML, Section Topper for Section A, Term 1, 2, and 3, with the highest CGPA of the batch. Geordie Jose. Ishita Hans, DML and Term 2, Section A Topper. Janvi Agarwal, DML and Term 1 topper, Section G. Jai Raval, DML and Term 1 topper, Section F. Soham Jain, DML. Kunal Gupta, DML and Section F, Term 2 topper. Kushagra Agarwal, DML and Term 1 topper for Section B. Mansi Martia, DML, Term 1, 2 and 3, Section D topper. Manish Janu, DML and Term 2 topper for Section G. Nachiket C, DML. Nikita Singh, DML and Term 3, Section F topper. Nirupama P, DML, Term 1, 2 and 3 topper, Section E. Parth Trivedi, DML, Term 2 and 3 topper, Section B. Priyansh Gupta, DML. Riddhi Dugar, DML and Term 3 Section topper. Section C. Ronak Gupta, DML. Sanjana R, DML. Saurabh Ranjan, DML. Shubham Agarwal, DML, Section topper, Term 1 and 2 for Section C. Shubham Rustagi, DML. Siddharth Sharma, DML. Siddhant Surana, DML. Tapesh Gupta, DML. Umang Ganesh Chanda, DML. Vinamra Kabra, DML. Now we'll come to the DHL part of it. Adisha Singh, DHL. Ajay Kumar P, DHL. Akshata Mathur, DHL. Anuj Unnikrishnan, DHL. Archit Agrawal, DHL. Atab Dwivedi. Atharva Arvind Lokhande. Ayushi Mukhi. Darshani Dharmendra Mehta, DHL and Section G Term 3 topper. Harshita Chandak, DHL and Term 1 topper. Himanshu Goyal. Hitarthi Pandya. Ishika Goyal. Ishita Lunkar. Khushi Gupta. Kritika Sinha. Mayur Dattatreya Kule. Nikhil Sareen. Omkar Nikam. Pracheta Agarwal. Pratik Uthan. Ranajoy Roy. Rishabh Agarwal. Ronak Tikmani. Sahil Rajesh Kumar. Sanjali Upal. Satvik Chitlangia. Jai Jignesh Bhai Shah. Shubham Mittal. Shri Hari S. Swapnesh Agrawal. Tushar Gautam. And Vaishnavi Samir Patel. Congratulations to all the DML and DHL award winners. Now I request admissions team to announce the financial aid and other sponsored scholarships.
Good evening, everyone. I request our director to present the alumni-sponsored scholarship awards to the winners. The winners are Ms. Nirupama P. for Siddharth Padam Scholarship. The award comprises of 50,000 cash prize. Ms. Srishti Ruparal, IMB PGP Alumni First Batch Scholarship. We have Mr. Arun Balakrishnan and Ms. Zahid from PGP 1976 batch. So I request both of you to join us to present this scholarship. The award consists of 1 lakh cash prize. Ms. Srishti Ruparal. She's coming. Thank you. Pranav Raj, Runwal Education Trust Scholarship. Award consists of rupees 2 lakh cash prize. Mr. Midun, Runwal Education Trust Scholarship. The award consists of 2 lakhs cash prize. Mr. Bharat Mundra, Srimati Saraswati Kulkarni Prize for Excellence in Entrepreneurship. The award consists of rupees 36,000. Mr. Mahajan Vrishab Kalas, Ubuntu Scholarship. The award consists of rupees 1 lakh cash prize. Mr. Govind Parshuram Pandey, Nitin Agarwal Scholarship. Cash prize of rupees 1 lakh. Mr. Srihari S., Dipankar Khivani Scholarship, cash prize of rupees 60,000. Ms. Khushi Khemka, Dipankar Khivani Scholarship, cash prize of rupees 60,000. Mr. Jain Harsha Mukesh, PGP class of 1989 scholarship. Award consists of 2,60,000 rupees. Ms. Nikita Singh, Srimati Parvati and Shri Vedula Krishnamurti Scholarship Award, rupees 50,000 cash prize. Aman Santosh, Parameshwara Iyer Award, cash prize of rupees 50,000. Manish Janu, award in memory of Professor Anshuman Tripathi, cash prize of rupees 1 lakh. Manish Janu, Florentry Scholarship. I request Mr. Matthew Syriac from the PGP 1994 batch, the donor of this award and also the DAA award winner for 2025 to join this and present this scholarship, please. Vinamra Kabra, cash prize of rupees 5 lakhs. Mr. Satvik Chitlangia, Florentry Scholarship. Thank you, sir. Archit Agrawal, Professor Prakash G. Apte Scholarship Award. Now we will be presenting the Miri Asset Scholar Awards by the Miri Asset Funded Group. The winners of the award are Mr. Gangineni Sandeep, scholarship amount is rupees 5 lakhs. Mr. Majeti Sampath, Revat Mehra, Manish Janu is here. Please come. Thank you, Professor. Congratulations to all the award winners.
I request Director to present the memento to our Chief Guest, Mr. Raghu Polishetty. Memento to Mr. Ganesh Ramachandran. I request all the dignitaries to join us in the audience for a cultural program by Chennai Children Choir team from Nalanda Way. Sir, we request you to stay back for a moment. All DML and DHL award winners will take a snap with them. All DML, DHL award winners, please come on the stage. Before we start the cultural program, I request SAC President Mr. Revant Reddy to address the students.
And I request everybody to sit down, please. The ceremony is not over yet.
Revant, can you please come on the stage? We request PGP2s to go back to their seats.
So good evening. Yeah, good evening, everyone. So lot of stories, lot of aspirations today are distinguished alumni awards, and the speeches are really inspirational because once upon a time they were sitting here, and I'm truly motivated today to just speak about that. So on that note, I'm starting with that. I'm very happy with our own alumni. I'm very happy to see them at that stature. So let's take a moment to applaud them on this event. Yeah, with that, good evening, everyone. Respected Director, Dean, Alumni Relations and Development, Dean Programs, our Chairperson, PGP BA, CEO, sir, our Chief Guests, our DA award winners, and most importantly, our beautiful student community. It is very happy to see all 1200 of us together at one place. And it is such a first time initiative. I wanted to thank Manaswini Madam for taking up such initiative. It's an eye feast here. You know, if you are seeing from this side, standing this side, and if you are seeing 1200 of us in blue, gray, black blazers, it really, you know, it's an eye feast again. So that's a unique thing. I wish this will be continued forever itself. So yeah. And I also wanted to share one moment. It happened a few months before. That was the event of convocation, which I as a PGP1 was there at the same place where our PGP2s were getting convocated. So there was a common question that was being asked. Brother or sister, whatever, what did you get from this college? Like, you know, what was that? Like, you know, you were on the first day, and what was that you were on the last day? So one answer, there were very interesting answers, but one answer, a person told me, brother, I'm the first generation kid having the education, and this institute gave me the opportunity to change next 7 generations of my family. So this is what education from an institute like IMB will do, and I think it does for every one of us. So especially to PGP2s, with only 9 months left in our calendar, in our time, let's make every opportunity to make the best out of it. And now, to the most important, dear PGP1s. All the bright faces here, all the bright faces with a lot of aspiration. I think you got the flavor of IMB from the first week. So at IMB, we celebrate diversity and unity at the first level, at the highest level. And this legacy has been carried over years by our seniors and alumni. So you have the big shoes to fit in. Again, mentioning you are the future. You are the ones who carry our baton. IMB journey will be a beautiful journey. The best 2 years of your life. So with that, I wish you all the best for the next 2 years. And while I was sitting there, I had a small thought of introspection. Like, we had 4 alumni who have come here and they have mentioned what impact they have brought into the society. But just imagine, you know, just put a thought that 1200 of us are sitting here today. 1200 of us will go into key positions if 1200 of us give impact to the society. And if we could measure that by any means, by any chance, imagine how much big that would be. And that is what IIM Bangalore is. And that is what the students of IIM Bangalore contribute to this society and country and the world as a whole. With that, I thank everyone and I congratulate PGP1s for the best future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Revan. Now I request Ms. Sameen, Director, Nalanda Way, to introduce her team to us.
A very good evening to all of you. Nalanda Way Foundation brings to you a musical offering today, a prayer for peace. Nalanda Way Foundation is a non-profit organization and emotional well-being through the arts. We create safe learning spaces and experiences that cultivate curiosity, creativity, and compassion, equipping children to navigate the challenges of life with confidence. In 20 years, we have reached over 10 million children across 10 states in the country. By partnering with governments and local communities, we integrate art and well-being initiatives in both bustling cities and remote villages. Our work spans schools, childcare institutions, and low-income neighborhoods, enriching the lives of children and adolescents alike. A little bit about the children you see on the stage. The Chennai Children's Choir is part of one of our most prized initiatives, where children from government schools are auditioned and provided musical training throughout the year to refine their musical abilities. They are exposed to a rich curriculum and are provided with opportunities to showcase as well as perform. Established in 2015, the Chennai Children's Choir has been uplifting the lives of numerous less privileged children through music. Today, they are going to present Prayer for Peace. In August 2023, the team began scripting the Prayer for Peace, a 60-minute production featuring 26 children and 5 accompanying artists. This production is significantly different from what we have done so far. The performance features works from poets and composers from India as well as across the world. It took us over 1 year to complete this production, from scripting up to the final stage of the production that you will witness today. We have been fortunate to have presented this production at prestigious venues in Chennai as well as Bangalore. The Chennai Children's Choir, nurtured by Nalanda Way Foundation over the last 10 years, is here to provide a sanctuary, prospect of a better future for prayers, peace, through its latest musical production, Prayer for Peace. Here I invite the talented children's choir on the stage.
We sing in joy. We sing when in despair. We sing when in fear. We sing when in struggle. We sing for freedom. We sing for victory. We sing to be alive and to keep the world going. Music knows no boundaries, no language, and no discrimination. Today, in this special production, we celebrate the timeless words of Beethoven, Kanchi Paramacharya, Mozart, Annamacharya, L. Vaidyanathan, Thirukuda Rasappa Kavirayar, Tagore, Vishnu Digambar Paluskar, and Nasan Mehta. Presenting Pray for Peace by the Chennai Children's Choir.
Sa
da pa magari sa sa, zani da pa magari sa sa, sani da pa magari sa sa, sani da pa magari sa sa, sani da pa magari sa sa. Maitri bhajata akila hrijayatri, maitri bhajata akila hrijayatri, maitri bhajata akila hrijayatri. आत्मवरेव परानपि पश्यत, आत्मवरेव परानपि पश्यत, युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत, युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत, त्यजत परेष्वक्रममाक्रमणम्, त्यजत परेष्वक्रममाक्रमणम्. मैत्रीं भजत अखिल हृदयेत्री, मैत्रीं भजत अखिल हृदयेत्री. जननी पृथ्वी कामदुगास्ते, जननी पृथ्वी कामदुगास्ते, जनको देवः सकल दयालु, जनको देवः सकल दयालु. राम्य तदार्थ दयत्वं जनता, राम्य तदार्थ दयत्वं जनता, श्रेयो भूयात् सकल जनानां, श्रेयो भूयात् सकल जनानां, श्रेयो भूयात् सकल जनानां, श्रेयो भूयात् सकल जनानां, श्रेयो भूयात् सकल जनानां. ब्रह्ममोक्कटे 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 तन्दनानारि तन्दनाना पुरे तन्दनाना बल तन्दनाना तन्दनानारि तन्दनाना पुरे तन्दनाना बल तन्दनाना बल तन्दनाना बल तन्दनाना. ब्रह्ममुकटे पर ब्रह्ममुकटे पर ब्रह्ममुकटे पर ब्रह्ममुकटे पर ब्रह्ममुकटे पर ब्रह्ममुकटे. కందువకు హీనాదికమూలెందు లేవు, అందరికి శ్రీహరే అంతరాత్మ, కందువకు హీనాదికమూలెందు లేవు, అందరికి శ్రీహరే అంతరాత్మ. ఇందులో జంతుకులం నిందానుకటే, అందరికి శ్రీహరే అంతరాత్మ, ఇందులో జంతు बड़ा चंदनाना बड़ा चंदनाना बड़ा चंदनाना ब्रह्म मुकटे पर 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 ब्रह्म मुकटे
राम कहो रहमान कहो को कान्ह कहो महादेवरी
राम कहो रहमान कहो को कान्ह कहो महादेवरी राम कहो रहमान कहो को कान्ह कहो महादेवरी पारसनाथ कहो को ब्रह्मा सकल ब्रह्म स्वयमेवरी पारसनाथ कहो को ब्रह्मा सकल ब्रह्म स्वयमेवरी ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम 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 बज मन प्यारे सीताराम 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 बज मन प्यारे सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे Dittitara dittitei Dittitara dittitei Dittitara dittitei Dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Tanana kunjayile dittei Kochu penne koyilale dittitara dei dei Tanana kunjayile dittei Kochu penne koyilale dittitara dei dei Veno pura veno O dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Dittitara dittitei Dittei dittei Tandanane tanene Tandanane ta Tandanane tanene Tandanane ta Hoi கைலையெனும் வடமலைக்கு தெற்கு மலை அம்மே கனக மகாமேரு என நிற்கும் மலை அம்மே கைலையெனும் வடமலைக்கு தெற்கு மலை அம்மே கனக மகாமேரு என நிற்கும் மலை அம்மே சைலமலை தென்மலைக்கு வடக்கு மலை அம்மே சகல மலை உந்தனுக்குள் அடக்கும் மலை அம்மே ஹோய் சைலமலை தென்மலைக்கு வடக்கு மலை அம்மே சகல மலை உந்தனுக்குள் அடக்கும் நம்ப மன்னவர் வாரத பாருங்கடி. சர்வசனாடங்கோ
reminds us of what unites us all together. Our shared humanity, the innocence of childhood, and the universal language of music. Let this be a prayer, not only in song, but in action, in the light of understanding, where peace becomes a lived truth.
दक्षिणी क्यों ना आशे तोबे आजा चलो रे जोदी तोरे दक्षिणी दक्षिणे क्यों ना आशे तोबे आकला चलो रे तोबे आकला चलो आकला चलो आकला चलो आकला चलो रे तोबे आकला चलो आकला चलो आकला चलो आकला चलो रे जोरी तोरे दक्षिणे क्यों ना आशे तोबे आकला चलो रे पासा पसा पसा नि द प म पानी 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 द प म ग पानी द पानी नि द पासा नि द प म ग रि प म प प प प नि द सा नि द प म ग रि सा रे ग ग रि ग रि सा रे ग ग रि ग रि सा रे ग ग रि ग रि सा যদি কেউ কথা না কয় ওরে ও কথা কেউ কথা না কয় যদি সবাই তাকে মুখ ফিরায় সবাই করে বই তবে পরন কুলে ও তুই মুখ ফুটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে তবে পরন কুলে ও তুই মুখ ফুটে তোর মনের কথা একলা বলো রে যদি তোরে ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে পাসা পসা পসা নি দ প ম পানি 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 দ প ম গ রি পানি দ পানি নি দ পাসা নি দ প ম গ রি সা প ম প প প নি দ সা নি দ প ম গ রি সা রে ग ग रि ग रि सा रे ग ग रि ग रि सा रे ग ग रि ग रि सा வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே மலரவே விடியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விடிகவே விடிகவே வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே மலரவே விடியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விடிகவே விடிகவே மண்மேல் மஞ்சள் வெளிச்சம் விழுகவே விழுகவே மலரே சோம்பல் முறித்து எழுகவே எழுகவே குழந்தை விழிக்கட்டுமே தாயின் கதகதப்பில் உலகம் விடியட்டுமே பிள்ளையின் சிறுமுக சிரிப்பில் வெள்ளை பூக்கள் உலகம் எங்கும் மலரவே மலரவே விடியும் பூமி அமைதிக்காக விடிகவே விடிகவே We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall live in peace someday. The whole wide world around, the whole wide world around, the whole wide world around someday. Oh, deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall overcome someday.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'd like to introduce the children of the Chennai Children's Choir. I am Manjula, the director of Chennai Children's Choir. It's always a learning moment for me, being with these children. Every performance for me is a learning experience. They always give back with such love and patience with me. Thanks for being patient. I'd like to introduce Kritagnya, Darshini, Kiravani, Dakshana, Shivasadhana, Hemashri, Swati Varali, Shiva Sanskrita, Gauri, Shiva Sadhana Selvakumar, Hashini, Sharan Raj, Mohana, Shara, Kaushik, Shravan, Samaya Aishwarya, Srimati, Hashwant Ganesh, Kanaka, Rakshita Rajagopal, Mahalakshmi, Kirtana, M. Sadhana. On the keyboard, we have Aaron Prabharan. On the guitar, Imamuddin. On the tabla, Ramanathan. And our voice culture coach and the facilitator, Mr. Ajay Kumar. And to put this performance all together for all the planning, coordination, and support, Kalpana Muthukumar. And our director of the projects, Nalanda Way Foundation, Samin Almas. And for all the support, again, behind the scenes, Gayatri and Indu. And like we say for every performance, we call them the magicians of the performance. They're Arshad and Javed on the sound. And there are a few musicians and artists who are behind the scenes, who helped us put this whole repertoire together. That is Vedant Bharadwaj. He's also part of the choir. He's in Chennai. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to take over. Samin.
Thanks a lot. I would like to extend my warm and sincere thanks to IIM Bangalore and especially Professor Manaswini Bhalla, PGP and PGP BA Chairperson, for providing us with an opportunity to perform at such a prestigious institution. I hope you enjoyed the evening as much as we did. Special thanks to Mr. Rajesh for the seamless coordination and support to see this through. We would like to present a small token of our appreciation to IIM Bangalore. But ma'am, we would like to give it to you. Can you please come forward?
It should be the other way around. They were incredible. Thank you so much. Come again. Yes, definitely.
Thanks a lot. If you would like to know more about the organization, there is a QR code that is displayed on the screen and you can get to know more about us. Thanks a lot for being so patient and I hope you enjoyed the evening.
Thank you, children, for that amazing performance. With that, we conclude today's program. Good night.